Hello and welcome to Cake. About a year ago, I shared a recipe for baked vanilla cake pops for which I've received tons of positive feedback, so I thought I'd show you how I make baked chocolate cake pops in a silicone mold. At the end of the video, I'll show you how I decorate them, and this is what the end result looked like. If you're new to my channel and you enjoy these types of recipes, make sure to hit the subscribe button and like this video below. Now, let's start with the recipe. Here are the ingredients I'm going to be using for my chocolate cake pops. In a saucepan, I add about half a cup of butter along with 3 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder, half a cup of sugar, and a dash of salt. Now I'm going to put this on low heat until the butter is melted, the sugar is partially dissolved, and the ingredients are well combined. Once I've reached that stage, I add dark chocolate to this, about 3/4 of a cup. I'm just going to chop them up with my hands to make the melting process faster and place this back on the stove on low heat until everything's melted. Once melted, this goes into a bowl and I'll beat it with a mixer for about a couple of minutes just to cool it down, because I'm about to add 2 eggs to this and I don't want the eggs to turn into scrambled eggs. Now to the dry ingredients for the chocolate cake pops. To some flour, I add baking powder and baking soda. Then I fold the dry ingredients into the wet. To fill the silicone mold easily, I've prepared a piping bag and I'm just putting the batter in the piping bag and then distributing the batter in the mold. By the way, I've greased the bottom side of the silicone mold with butter, but not the top. Now these are going to go and bake in a preheated oven for 14 minutes. Very important is that after 7 minutes, I flip the silicone mold in the oven upside down, which is going to encourage me getting rounder, better shaped cake pops. After 14 minutes have passed, I'm ready to take out the mold and remove the lid. It's still important to let them cool for a couple minutes in the mold, but then once they're cooled, they're going to be easy to pop out of the mold. Perfect. Now this recipe makes about 30 cake pops, so I'm just distributing the rest of the batter and repeating the process. And now let me show you all of my baked chocolate cake pops. They're super chocolatey, super delicious, rich in flavor. I know they're not perfectly spherical like standard cake pops, but I much prefer these ones as opposed to the ones where you just combine leftover cake with some frosting. Now let me show you how I decorate these cake pops. To decorate the cake pops, I use some white chocolate, about 3/4 of a cup, and some dark chocolate. In fact, this is dark chocolate combined with milk chocolate, about 50-50 each. To make the consistency a little bit better for dipping the cake pops in it, I added just a little bit of coconut oil. To be honest with you, I regretted adding so much coconut oil to the white chocolate. White chocolate doesn't need as much fat to make it liquidy. It's already the perfect consistency as it is, in my opinion. Now I'm just going to place this in the microwave for a couple seconds or up to a minute, and then I'm ready to start decorating. To make the cake pops, I'm using these really beautiful paper straws that have a really nice golden design to them. I love this design. And now I'm just going to dip each one of these straws into chocolate, alternating between white and dark chocolate, and then sticking them into the cake pops about halfway through. Then, once I've done this with all of my cake pops, I'm going to place this in the fridge for about 15 minutes until the chocolate has settled. After 15 minutes, I'm ready to start dipping my cake pops in the chocolate. So I'm first starting out with the white chocolate, and as you can see, this is what I mentioned, the white chocolate is just a bit too runny for my taste. And then I just place the cake pop on a piece of parchment paper, and it's pretty important that you place the cake pop on parchment paper because the chocolate is still wet, it's going to stick to any kind of surface area, and if you don't do this, the chocolate is just going to rip off from the chocolate when you remove it from the surface. After dipping each cake pop in chocolate, I tap the straw gently against my finger to make the excess chocolate just drip away. I'm going to repeat the process for all of my cake pops and then place them in the fridge for another 15 to 30 minutes until the chocolate is completely settled. Then I'm just going to use whatever chocolate I have left over to decorate them just a little bit more. Because I really like the golden hue on the straws, I decided to add a little bit of gold sparkle to some of the cake pops. So I've selected the white cake pops and am dusting them with gold luster dust, just really gently or very lightly. And that just gives them a nice shimmer. I'm not going to do this with all of my white cake pops, just to a couple of them, just to, brighten it up a little bit. What I really love about cake pops is how easy they are to dress up or to customize for an event. So what I've decided to do is to create a template specific for a birthday and to create this message and add it to each cake pop. So I've created this template, and by the way, these templates and some other ones are available to you for free on my website, and I'll provide the link below. I'm just punching the designs out, and this is a 2-inch decorative puncher, and then punching 2 holes into each one of these designs. And then sticking the straw through those 2 punched holes. And then I'm done with my perfectly adorable and super delicious chocolate cake pops, suited for any birthday party. They're really cute and can dress up any kind of candy bar or just, be a great addition to any birthday. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe and this idea. Let me know by commenting below, and don't forget to subscribe for more delicious recipes and creative ideas. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.